Hi guys, welcome back to the channel if you aren't new here. If you are new here, then hi and welcome. Thank you very much for coming along. It's Monday afternoon. I was going to put a vlog out yesterday, wasn't feeling it, I've got to be honest. Having, you know, still like not struggling, but it's just a lot what's going on still, isn't it? And I think we're just almost there and I want it to happen. So yeah, some days are good, some days aren't so good. So yesterday was not a great day, so I didn't put anything out, but today the sun's out, which always helps. I feel a bit better. I was talking to some friends at work about Florida and stuff. That got me a little bit excited, so I thought, why not do this? Anyway, I haven't done one of these in ages. This is another top 10 must-dos, sees and eats. As you probably seen from the title, this is for SeaWorld. Please no hate. If you don't like it, if you don't like SeaWorld, you don't stand with SeaWorld, that's fine. I completely understand. I do understand why people have their issues with SeaWorld. Personally, I love SeaWorld. We love SeaWorld as a family. If you do the research, yeah, you know, there's good research out there, not just negative research. It's a wonderful place. They do so much for rehabilitation and caring for animals that are, you know, injured, and they do release a lot of them. Yeah, I'm not going to go into the politics of it too much. If it's not for you, I understand. That's absolutely fine. Please no hate. If you do like SeaWorld, then carry on watching, because we're going to talk about some stuff that we love to do at SeaWorld. Right, number one is we love to feed the sea lions. They are so noisy and they're quite funny and they're quite hilarious, and they're very greedy, some of them, and they barge the other ones out of the way and stuff like that. So we always go and buy a little tray of fish. I think it's like $5, it used to be anyway, for like 3 little fish. I don't really touch the fish because I don't like fish, but Darren likes to, you know, give some fish. I think the kids used to. Grayson won't anymore because he doesn't like fish either. I wonder where he got that from. And then number 9 is feeding the dolphins, which I know has now massively changed, but when we were going years ago, again, you just went and bought the tray of fish, little dead fish, 3 fish for like a $5 or $5, and then you could just go up and touch them and feed them. But I know that's now, I think that's all closed off now, and it's like an actual like excursion thing that you have to pay an amount for. I don't know the ins and outs. We've done it a few times, obviously, when you was able to just go and be around them, we did that. But it's lovely, and you can get a quick touch of them as well before they like swim off. But it's lovely to get up and close. We've swam with dolphins twice in Discovery Cove. They're when you're in the water, it's a different story to just standing next to them. It's quite daunting, but still wonderful. Like, I'd love to do it again, maybe when the kids are a little bit older and they want to do it too. So that's number 9. Number 8, which sadly isn't there anymore. I think it's shut because of the pandemic, but I think all the animals are rehomed. But Pets Ahoy, which was like the animal rescue show. We loved watching that. That was so clever and amazing. Like, all the cats would like run over the ropes above your head, and the little mice and stuff like that. And it was very, very clever. If you've not seen it, then just check out. There might be some stuff on YouTube, I'm not sure. But it was a lovely show. It was all rescue animals. But I think they all got rehomed when the pandemic hit. And then word on the street is that it's just not coming back, which is a massive shame because it was really nice. But I did make this list a while ago when we started doing these, like months ago, and I think it was around then, or wasn't sort of closed indefinitely. But yeah, Pets Ahoy is always a good fun one. Number 7, somewhere we always have to go. Normally first thing, we've got like these little, not traditions, proper traditions, but Cyprus Bakery. Whenever we get to SeaWorld, we always go Cyprus Bakery first. We always get a cake or drinks, depends on what the time is, but normally it's first thing in the morning, so we'll get like something for breakfast. Some the strawberries that come in the little Shamu bowls with the pots of chocolate, things like that, muffins. Yeah, it's always delicious food in there, and drinks. You can get all big like slushies and like fountain drinks, and I think there's a Starbucks in there now, so I think you can get Starbucks coffees if you wish. Cyprus Bakery is definitely a go-to. Number 6. Some of these I don't do anymore because I'm too scared, but I have done them. So Kraken is on there as number 6. Darren and Taylor love a bit of Kraken. They never did the VR one. I don't know why. They just don't think it's their cup of tea, but they've ridden it normally. I've ridden it as well because we did a behind-the-scenes tour. We've done that twice actually, and it was so good. I'll tell you about that in another vlog actually. I haven't got that on my list, that's a shame. But yeah, behind-the-scenes tours are really, really good there as well. And I didn't want to do the queuing because I knew I'd get worried, so on the behind the scenes they take you to the front of the queue, so I couldn't say no, even though I wanted to. Did it. It was very, very scary. Actually, I was sat on the ride and I was freaking out like I always do, and the people sit above you, in front of you, the controllers, And I think they did it on purpose because they made us get stuck at the very top for ages, and they were saying put your phone away, and no one had their phone out. We were like, no one's got their phone out, and they kept us at the top, just stopped. Maybe, it felt like about 10 minutes, probably about 30 seconds. But they kept us there for ages. And then we eventually went, and then when I came back, they were all cracking up and laughing at me and pointing. So I think it was like a bit of a joke. Yeah, but Kraken, I think it's like a bit rusty now, like it's been there quite a few years, but it's still a great coaster. Number 5 would be Atlantis. Love Atlantis, such a great coaster and water ride. So yeah, it's, if you don't know, spoiler, I'm sure everybody knows, but it's like a log flume, and at the end it turns into a coaster. You get super wet on it, so just keep that in mind if you don't want to get wet. But it's got a great storyline inside. I love all the little details and everything that you follow along, like the little story. I think it's seen its day as well. It could probably either do with a refurb, or, don't hate me, some people might hate me, but I don't know if they'll put a new attraction there maybe in a couple of years time, because it is a bit tired. But I do love it. If it could just have a bit of an update, a paint, and it's a bit rickety, but I do love it equally. So Atlantis is definitely one to try out, and it's kind of like, it's thrilling, but it's not terrifying. Like, you know, if you've got kids and people that don't like things that are too scary, definitely try it out, because it is really good fun. And the bit at the end, like where it goes into the coaster, is really fast, and it's inside. It's really, really good. Number 4 is Manta. Again, I've done it once, only on one of the tours that we did, because it's scary. And I've done Air. It's very similar to Air at Alton Towers in regards to the fact that, you know, it straps your legs in and it lays you down face in the ground basically. But it is an amazing coaster. I just wish I was braver. I need to get hypnotised so I'm not so scared of coasters anymore. I used to be braver. Then I had the kids, and then I used the kids as the excuse for not going on the rides, because I would have to look after them and save doing parent swap. And now I'm super scared of them all. So I don't know, I need to be hypnotised, yeah. Because I do love them, and I do get super excited when there's new stuff coming out. But when you're there in front of this coaster that's like, what, like the other one I'm going to mention in a minute, it's like 200 feet in the air, it's quite scary. But yeah, Manta is really, really good. If you like a coaster, then give it a go for sure. Number 3 is Dine with Shamu. We've done it twice, like I said, with the 2 tours that we've done. It came in with a package, and first time we did it was a long time ago, and you literally were right next to them. There was you know, the wall, and then there was a slight barrier, and then you was eating your dinner, so they would pop up and come and see you literally a couple of feet away from you. It was amazing. And I do get the, you know, they shouldn't be in these small containments, you know, and pools. I do get it, but they are there. And you know, the park's revenue, I'm not going to go into the politics like I said, but it is amazing to be that close to such an amazing, beautiful, huge creature. But the food's good too. You get a nice selection of like meats and carbs and salads and puddings and things like that. And you can just do the Dine on its own, I think. You don't have to do it as part of the package. I'm not sure the price is, but it is good. Definitely worth doing if you are at the park. And the tour's great. You see all different animals. I think they're quite expensive. We haven't done one for a couple of years, but you see all different animals. You get to go behind the scenes, obviously. We've stroked some penguins a couple of times. They're quite naughty. They're quite funny, the penguins. But definitely worth doing if you're thinking about doing a tour at SeaWorld. And then number 2 is Mako. What a beast of a coaster. The story, how does the story go? So the day before we went to SeaWorld, when I went on Mako, I was really poorly. I literally spent the day in bed with a stomach bug or whatever. So I was feeling a bit tender that day anyway, and we went to SeaWorld, and Darren, I think Zoe, Hannah and Taylor, they all went on it. And they came off and they were like, you need to go on it, it's the best coaster ever. And I really wanted to go on it, but I was actually quite scared and I didn't feel great. And they were like, just do it, you're going to regret it otherwise. Like, we're not coming back to SeaWorld this holiday, go on it. So I went on it. I got on it. And when you sit in it and you realise it's just a pole between your legs and like bits that kind of go over your thighs, that's it. Kind of, you know, all your top half is out. And the guy came around to check it, and I'm like pushing it down really hard, as you do if you're psychotic like me. And then he was like, shook mine, and I was like, am I safe, am I okay, like, is this gonna come open? He's like, no ma'am, you're fine. And then I grabbed hold of his arm and I was like, am I 1,000,000% gonna be okay? Am I gonna fall out of this? He was like, ma'am, you're fine. And then he like pushed on it again and then walked off. And then there was an American guy sat, it was me, Darren, me, Taylor, and another American guy. And he was cracking up. He thought I was you know, being ridiculous. And then I was freaking out. The good thing is the climb is really quick. That climb is not slow, which is a good thing. So you're up there within like, you know, 5-10 seconds, whatever. But I screamed. I don't even know. I wrapped my feet around the bar somehow. I don't even know how I got my feet to that angle. They were so sore when I got off because I literally had them clamped on the bar, and I was just screaming the whole way around. Taylor said, "Mum, it sounded like you was giving birth." Yeah, so I just screamed, swore probably quite a bit as well. It was amazing. Why do I get this fear now that I'm going to fall out? If I could like chain myself in, I'd be fine. Like the height doesn't really freak me out. I mean, it's a bit like, whoa, 200 feet. But I just think I'm going to fall out. Even though I know that these coasters run hundreds of times every single day and they are safe. I mean, they're not 100% safe, are they? But they're like 99.9% safe. But I still think I'm going to fall out of them. I think I'm heavy, I'm going to fall out. So yeah, scream the whole way around. It was amazing. You get loads of airtime, bum out the seat. It's so fast. So it's just a great coaster. It's one of the best coasters for sure, if I weren't so terrified. So I think it's Darren's favourite. Taylor absolutely loves it as well. On the last trip we went on, I had to look after Grayson, you see. And then parent swap, I just didn't fancy it. So I might get back on it though, you never know. Barry reckons he's going to get me on a coaster. We'll see. I mean, I can do the big-ish ones, like rocking roller coaster, things like that. But I don't know, the huge ones just like make me feel very sick. Hey ho, we'll see what happens in the future. Number one is finally, because I did this list quite a long time ago. Some new things are there, which I'll talk about after. But just the animals. It's just an amazing place to get up and close and personal with animals that you're not going to see, especially not in England. I mean, we don't have killer whales, shamus. We don't really have dolphins, seals, sea lions, all the sharks and fish. Don't like fish though, so I don't really go near them too much. Loads of birds, flamingos as you're walking. Just loads of different animals. Like the dolphin show is amazing. The Shamu show is amazing. The sea lions show is okay. Like we see it if we see it. It's not the end of the world. The other two shows we do love to see. You know, you've got the birds that fly around. It's just an amazing place. If you love animals, I'd say go and visit. If you've got issues with pets, you know, not pets, with animals being in like farms and zoos and things like that, then maybe it's not the place for you. But if you want to get up and close with some animals that you're probably never going to do it anywhere else in your life, so you know, it's just wonderful. I love SeaWorld. Couple of things that I want to put on the end. The Halloween show is all, and the Halloween event is great because it's free as well. It's included in the park ticket. You get free candies and sweets, free shows, entertainment. It's great. Adults, children, whoever. If you can get out there while it's on in sort of October, November, definitely go to the Halloween show at SeaWorld. Things we're excited to go on. So when we were out there in 18, we literally missed soft opening for Infinity Falls by a couple of days, I think, maybe a week. We were out there, we heard about soft opening, just didn't happen while we were there, which we were kind of sad about because we love a raft ride, this family. I'm notoriously bad for getting wet. Everybody makes a joke about not sitting near me because I'm the one that always gets soaked somehow. So yeah, we missed Infinity Falls. When Tim Tracker went on it, I remember him saying that he didn't get that wet, but then I've spoken to people since that are absolutely drenched, as in like Popeye drenched. So maybe we'll take a change of clothes when we go, but I definitely want to ride Infinity Falls. This year I think its opening is the new coaster, the Icebreaker. Like, that's my comfortable limit. I'll be fine on a coaster like that. It doesn't go upside down. It's not like 200 feet in the air. It does do some vertical bits, not vertical, some backwards bits I think as well, but it looks awesome. Like, I'm super excited to ride that. That's about Grayson's level, I hope, as well, although he reckons he's going to do like a rocking roller coaster, so we'll see when we go. But yeah, so I'm really excited for Icebreaker. I wish we was out there for the food festival. I know we're not going to be because it's on, it was on I think, but I would love that to try out there. I think it's Seven Seas Food Festival, no, 7 something, you tell me what it is, but the food festival I'd like to be out there for as well. That looks great. Just overall in general, I love SeaWorld. We have to go. Like, I could never imagine going out to Florida and not going, just for even for one day. Last time we only went for one day and that was fine. It's a sort of park that, it's a huge park, but you can do it all in a day. It's never like absolutely heaving. Like, it does get busy obviously, but I don't think it gets busy on, well, probably like spring break time and stuff like that. It probably gets really, really busy, but we always think of it as a slightly more chilled park than Disney. Universal, things like that. But it's a great park and we love it, and we'll keep going and supporting and helping them do the good stuff that they do in the world by buying the tickets and buying the merch. Something I was looking into recently as well was the all-day dining, because I think it's about $30 different for the entry and then for that. So anyone, if you've tried it, let us know. I watched some vlogs on it and stuff like that. I feel like it would be worth it. We don't often eat that much, but then I feel like if you bought it, then you're going to make sure you have your breakfast, you have your lunch, you eat before you come home, you get the snacks and drinks you can get. So I think we may do that. Online it says about not sharing, which, you know, I understand, that's fine. You shouldn't really share, but when I've watched lots of vlogs, people do share. And I think I might get like 1 adult, 2 children, or 3, and because I'll eat scraps. I'll eat most things, not scraps, okay, I'm lying, not scraps, I'm not that bad. But I would eat most people's leftovers, so, and I'm not super fussy. Kids probably just argue because one will want something and one will want the other, so they couldn't share. I'll just share what Darren wants to eat. And there's so many options, and you can eat once an hour, like once every hour, which obviously we wouldn't do that, but you can get snacks and drinks once every hour in all different places, all different sorts of foods. So I think that's definitely something that we might do, considering it's only going to be like $30 more. And like I said, if you can get your free meals, if you're there all day and you get your free meals, your snacks, your drinks, you're never going to spend $30 per person on free meals anywhere. Even if you went to, like, you know, McDonald's and things like that, you're still going to spend more than $30. So I definitely think we might do it. And then you know that day's kind of paid for as well, don't you? You're just going to go there, you can have your food, get your bit of merch, and then you've not really got to spend much more money. So I definitely think that's something that we're going to think about doing. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this little rant. I feel quite excited because it's sunny and we're 135 days out. Who knows what's going to happen. I'm still remaining positive. Lots of other people that I know and vloggers have changed to next year. But we're going to keep going and see what happens. And if it's safe for us to go and we feel it's safe for us to travel and be out there. I've had one vaccine. Felt terrible the next day, by the way. But it's only 24 hours and it passed. Much better than the terrible way I felt when I had COVID over Christmas for 2 weeks solid. So definitely get it, guys. If it's offered out to you, make sure that you're snapping that up. If you do feel rubbish, don't worry. You know, 24 hours, 36 hours later, you'll be fine. Yeah, so if hopefully Darren can get the vaccine, and then we can hopefully get over there and get back to it and be able to bring you some vlogs actually from SeaWorld rather than just talking to you about it and showing you pictures. Anyway, guys, please, if you're not subscribed, think about subscribing. Hit the like button, drop me a comment, tell me what you think about SeaWorld and if you like SeaWorld. I'm feeling a bit flushed now. I'm sitting opposite the window, the sun's bright. So anyway, I'm off now, guys. You lot take care, and I'll see you real soon.